to walk like this. And this young lady had abnormal shoulder movements like this. And also she had the obsessive compulsive disorder. It's a kind of mental disorder. And she has a very strong obsession to wash hand every day for many, many times. And she bathes for 2 hours, 3 hours, and so on. And after the treatment of these abnormal movements, also symptoms of OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, dramatically improved. This was a very, very big. So nowadays, functional neurosurgeons are treating not only movement disorders, but such kind of psychiatric disorder is another target of functional neurosurgery. And this is a patient with Parkinson's disease with very small steps. She is unable to walk very well. And after surgery, she became able to walk like this, without device, without any stimulation. And when she takes medication of Parkinson, we call it the dyskinesia, abnormal involuntary severe movements disappeared after the treatment. And and operation is like this. This patient has a writer's cramp, difficulty of writing. And operation is not so barbaric. The patient is trying to write something, but her fingers are very tight. And can I have the sound, please? So I started heating a certain part of the brain. And we check her writing, and we check her use of chopsticks, and we remove the electrode like this. It's up. Voice. This is okay. Okay. I'll try. No sounds. Headphone speaker. All right. Okay. Speakers from here. Right. Sorry. Anyway, I am talking with the patient, and after the operation, we remove the needle and dry the hair like this. And so writer's cramp is a good candidate for neurosurgical treatment. She's unable to write, and this is after surgery. The writing became very smooth. And such kind of abnormal contraction of the fingers or hands are not very common among professional musicians. This is traditional Japanese drum or accordion, guitar, and many kinds of musical instrument. And if they are professional player, it's a burden for them, great burden for them. So this gentleman has abnormal bending of the fingers around here. So this is during operation. And after the operation, he became like the, oh, sorry. Okay. This is after the operation. the symptom is completely gone, like this. Okay. Drama, abnormal bending of the wrist and the opening of the finger here, like this. And this is after the treatment. So during operations, the patient is playing the drum like this. And this is, okay, example of another drama. He's explaining how bad he is. He has big difference now. It's very quick now. Okay. So this gentleman has difficulty of blowing the wind instrument. If you look at his mouth corner, air is leaking from here. And this is during operation, and the still air is leaking from here. Okay, now he's counting 1, 2, 1, 2. And we are checking the motion of the hand. And okay, symptoms stopped because I made a small lesion in the brain. And for example, this gentleman cannot go down the stairs very well. Going up is okay. And we call it the foot dystonia, and which is completely normalized after operation. And I skipped this. So some sports athletes have such kind of problem. And this is during operation. She's trying to play the table tennis. And I don't know how bad she is, but she became a champion after 1 month. Or this lady had difficulty of shooting the gun. She was Olympic athlete. And after the operation, she recorded the highest hit rate in her life as a gun shooter. And so many patients are suffering with the hand problems. And however, of course, many of you will say, please don't open my skull. No hole, no incision, please, probably. So we are trying to do it. And for example, this young lady, old lady, has difficulty of using the left hand, left thumb, first finger. She can't use this finger because abnormal contraction of the finger muscles. And this patient was treated with a device called gamma knife. It's a radiation to the brain, to a certain part. And after gamma knife treatment, all the fingers are open like this. And her music is completely different now. But I don't recommend it very much because of we especially Japanese people fear about radiation side effects. And so, however, this is also gamma knife treatment. And before treatment, this patient had the tremorous writing. And this is after the treatment. And so nowadays we introduced a device called focused ultrasound. And we use ultrasound beams, more than 1,000 beams to the brain through the head, skull. And the beams focuses to one point. And we can create heat here to control the symptoms. And such kind of treatment is dramatically increasing. And this patient was treated with this focused ultrasound treatment. This is a Parkinson patient, and her body is so tight and rigid, so that she can't stand up, almost no movements when medication is off. But after treatment, without cutting the head, she became able to walk like this. Just ultrasound sonication through the skull without cutting the skin, without opening the hole in the skull. And another example is this gentleman had also difficulty of standing up and unable to move very, very well because of Parkinson. And this is after the treatment. Okay, 1 week post-treatment, he became able to walk like this. It was surprising, but we are now expanding our clinical studies like this. And this lady has shaky head like this, treated with focused ultrasound, okay, without cut, no incision in the head. And after 3 months, she's completely normalized. And this young man had very severe tilting of the body like this, treated with, again, the focused ultrasound, no incision. And 1 month later, he became like this. So it's a big change. The surgery is becoming less invasive, less and less invasive today. And the operation period, short time is very short. Mostly within 1 hour, we can finish it. And while we are talking to each other. So the functional neurosurgery is very important role to the society. There are many, many patients suffering such kind of movement disorders, and the more patients with mental disorders, psychiatric disorders, or chronic severe pain. And these are our targets of treatment. And Sharon published a book, Rebooting the Brain through Functional Neurosurgery. This is a very nice word. And I'd like to congratulate Sharon on this special publication. Thank you very much for your attention. So, thank you very much. Is that okay? Yes. Please.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Tara. You saw the magic show. Was it a promise that was kept up? It is just unbelievable. So that's what I want all of you to understand, that there's so many people around us here who are having the same problem, not even knowing it's a dystonia, forget about that it's treatable. So we want you to help us reach out to people and help them to get help so that their quality of life improves. That's the whole agenda of this, intention of this whole exercise. Now we'll go quickly to the lamp lighting for the inauguration of the 2 conferences. One is called the Noalcon, which is the Noble Art of Lesioning. This is the lesioning forum started by Professor Tara 12 years ago in Japan. So we'll hand it over to the MC.
Moving forward to lighting ceremony, I would like to invite on stage Dr. Taira, Dr. Raj Shekhar, Dr. Gurneet, Dr. Manjur, Dr. Sagar, Shri Kesh Vishwanathan sir, Dr. Suvarna Aladi, Dr. Lakshmi Jagannathan, and Dr. A.J. Ramakrishnan. With that, I would also like to call upon stage Dr. Sharan and Dr. Pratibha.
Dwarknath is there, no? I request Dr. Dwarknath also to please come on stage. Dwark.
शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः बुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः ज्योतिर्परं ब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परं ब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुराव्ययम् ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुराव्ययम् आत्मव्यं देहि पुत्रांश पतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः वेदस्तं समारभ्य तावत् सूर्योदयः वेदस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवति यस्मिन् दीपः तस्य नास्ति I request all the delegates to be seated on the stage itself.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹ? ಆಯ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ಬುಕ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ.
Thank you, Saili. I would like to move on to the next section of the evening, which is the book launch of Dr. Sharan and Dr. Pratibha's The Rebooting the Brain Journey of Hope. I'd like to call the man of the hour, Dr. Sharan Srinivasan, to take it over from here.
I always felt that the brain was a smart device, the smartest device on this earth for a long, long time to come. And when it dysfunctions, we all struggle. So I thought we should educate the people by writing, a book which has helped the general public to get awareness of this. So that's called Rebooting the Brain. I promised my professor in 2015, after he trained me, that I will write a book and get him to launch it. And, it took me 9 years to do that. But it's my honor that today he is here, and that's why I urgently wrote the book, completed the book, so I thought it should be done by him. So I request Professor Tyra to come in front. I'll give you the book to launch, sir. Please come in front, sir. Give everybody one book. Now you bring everybody's book one by one. 50, 50. ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ದು ಇದೆ book.
We would like to request Rajeshwari ma'am and Pushpa ma'am to please join us on the stage. Yeah, you can do it.
Medical school, Dr. Rajeshwari. So, yeah. I also request one more teacher who's in the audience, Dr. Pushpa Srinivas. Madam, where are you? Madam, please come over. Come, madam. Band.
My dad got operated in 1980.
I thank all the press for having come here and waited patiently and covered this whole event. And thank you very much in helping us to spread this word of getting more people in. Thank you very much. Ellargu namaskara. So now I request the two senior teachers of ours. They, me and my wife are both from Bangalore Medical College. So they taught both of us. And like I said, I was terrible as a student, very mischievous, but they put up with me. So first, I'll Dr. Rajeshwari, you retired as the principal dean of Bangalore Medical College. So I want her to share a few words, and then Dr. Pushpa Srinivas to share a few words. Madam.
Good evening, everybody. I think it's the biggest honor to get as the teacher, as a guru, to be remembered nearly 38 to 40 years ago. The initiation of the subject which I gave him made him excel and come up to the stage which he's seen today as the reality. I think it's one of the most beautiful days of my life, as he also shares the same. Both Pratibha and Sharan have been my favorite students right through the years with their hard study and coming up to this stage. I think no teacher can have missed this beautiful day. I'm alive to see this day happening. God bless you, Sharan and Pratibha, for giving me this beautiful event, to have witnessed it and coming out of one of the best professional contributions to the medical field, which will be ever carved in the legacy of medical education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Rajeshwari. Now I ask Dr. Pushpa Srinivas. She's an obstetrician gynecologist. Her husband is a very senior neurologist who couldn't come today because he underwent a TKR. So Madam will speak on both their behalf. Madam.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. I don't know what I should tell. The journey starts from the undergraduate student. And Sharan was a very mischievous student, very jovial, very enterprising. Amazing his work which he has done today. And I really feel very proud of it. And I don't think which teacher doesn't feel a proud of his or her student coming up to such a great level. And he has done so many surgeries and all the tremors and all. Sometimes I felt that what I get, the cramp left finger of both the fingers, suddenly they go twisted and all. I don't know if there is any chance for that, for Sharan to correct it. And I feel Pratibha was also my student and very, very happy. On this occasion, it is so difficult to express our happiness. It is like our own child coming up in his life and launching this book. And last time conference also was very, very nice. So I wish both of them successful, still more and more, and sky's the limit for anything you want to do it. So Sharan, Pratibha, God bless you. And I respect Sir Tayara, or I don't know if I have spelled wrong way or anything, my pronunciation, but I think each guru is a very nice, if he is a mentor, and you require a shishya also, that is the student. So shishya also like that. So guru shishya vamsha parampara will be always, guru shishya parampara will be always there. So I'm very proud of you, sir, that he got such a great guru and you taught to him so nicely. And thank you, Pratibha and Sharan. God bless you, both of you, and do well. He dances also very nicely. Both of us danced. I know that those movements and all, we all made different movements, but they were normal movements, not the dystonic movement.
I'd like to end up saying there are Adar Ishwar, they're two halves in one body performing to what they are living legends. And I think that's the greatest moment for all of us to cherish. And I want a big hand of applause to this couple. And God should give them the strength to endeavor and give such moments in future for them to bring more laurels to themselves and to the country and the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, both of you. So the last thing is, I know the neurosurgeons in front will know Professor Laligam Shekhar. You know, he's a doyen in neurosurgery. He is, for those of you at the back, he's a very senior neurosurgeon from Salem, Dharmapuri. He is now at the University of Washington State. It's Seattle. And somehow we have got off very well. And he's been kind enough to write the foreword of the book. So he's given a video message of what he wants to tell all of you. So please watch it for a few minutes. The video, please.
I'd like to say something about Dr. Srinivasan, who has created a very elegant term called rebooting of the brain, which is really phenomenal. So the disability is often the result of the primary disease itself, namely such as a brain or a skull-based tumor, ruptured brain aneurysm or arteriovenous malformation, neurotrauma, etc. In addition, we are also now seeing patients who were previously not able to be treated, but are now able to be treated, but then are left with residual disease. The example would be a patient with multiple sclerosis. There are many treatments available for such patients. Or polytrauma, not just neurotrauma, but trauma to various parts of the brain, all these things. So we are left with patients who have various forms of disability. And the question really is, how do we manage these people and how do we optimize their recovery and how do they make them useful to themselves and to their families, which of course frequently will have a big care burden. I want to say something about my own brother, younger brother, my beloved younger brother, very close to me. He was studying in medical school in India at Ramaya Medical College. He was riding on the back of a scooter. He didn't have a helmet, and the person riding or driving the scooter braked suddenly to avoid something, and then they were both thrown out of the scooter. The driver escaped major injury, but my brother had a significant head injury. He went and hit a pole. He was taken initially to a small hospital, then eventually he was taken to NIMHANS, where incidentally he received really great care. The neurosurgeons and nurses and so on, they really didn't know who he was, but they provided him outstanding care. At that time, I was at the University of Pittsburgh after having finished my residency. So I flew to India as quickly as possible. And I was there for a month. He made a gradual and slow and progressive recovery, but he was left with significant mental disabilities. So he never truly achieved his potential, even though he finished medical school. So this really drove home the point to me about the idea of functional rehabilitation. First of all, I wanted to say something about what Dr. Sharan Srinivasan and his wife are doing, which is an amazing, amazing work, because they have set up an institute and a hospital focused on functional rehabilitation of the idea of taking a patient and their family, because it's not just the patient, but also their family, finding out what is their baseline status and how do we improve them in a step-by-step fashion. This requires a lot of interaction, human interaction, and careful attention to a lot of features and very individualized patient care. This is very, very difficult to provide, but I think that Dr. Srinivasan and his wife have demonstrated that through his book here. So the most important thing is I believe that we need to focus on patients with disabilities. In India, I have seen that Prime Minister Modi and his team have placed a very, very big emphasis on people with disabilities. I would say that for a population of the size of India and with financial limitations in a country like India, they have made tremendous strides. You may ask the question, why should we do this? Why should we rehabilitate patients? There are two aspects to this. One is that a person who's disabled in any way or fashion has two sets of problems. They have a problem personally in themselves, and the caregivers and the family, they have problems as well. So helping them has a beneficial effect for both the patient and their caregivers. Secondly, we need to be able to tap into the unique abilities of people that are disabled. And we need to create a volunteer corps. I would say this is similar to the program created by Prime Minister Modi with regard to the Army. You know, he created this program to encourage young people to serve in the Army or to provide community service. Similarly, we need to create a corps or a service wherein people with disabilities can participate and provide service to the community, perhaps at no cost to anyone, because these are people that have vastly untapped talent. So we need to make use of them. The other thing I want to mention is that the hospitals and the concepts created by Dr. Srinivasan, we need to go global on this. I think that we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg here. I have to say that Dr. Srinivasan has created Hanuman. Hanuman did not know his own strength until he was told by somebody, you are Hanuman, you have to grow. So now Dr. Srinivasan has created Hanuman. So this community has to grow, not all over India, but in all as a model of service for all developing countries.
Thank you, Professor Shekhar, for a wonderful message. I hand it over to my wife to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to say a few words about the book we've written. Basically, this book is meant for doctors, general public, therapists, patients, patient families, anybody. We've made it very simple, little bit of technicality so that everybody can understand what this brain can do and what it is all about. There are true patient stories which are depicted over there with our experience, whatever we've had in our journey. And the biggest thing for us is every rupee which is collected by the sale of the book goes to the NGO which we run, Swasthya Arogya Foundation, where we help a lot of patients who really cannot afford the treatments, especially the rehabilitation. So I really request all of you to take a look at that for two reasons. One, to get the knowledge, if not for yourself, there may be a friend, there may be a family member, there may be a neighbor whom you can help with this information. Second reason, that you'll be contributing indirectly to a lot of patients to get back to their lives. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you to all the dignitaries. Thank you, Dr. Sharan and Dr. Pratibha, for the amazing book launch that just happened. Now, moving on, we have an excellent lineup of artists to entertain us for the evening. We are going to begin with an enchanting classical dance performance by Srimati Gargi Panchangam and her team. Srimati Gargi Panchangam is an accomplished Bharatnatyam artist trained in Kalakshetra Bani. Gargi has conceptualized and choreographed and performed dance dramas such as Ramayana, Samyak Sevak Sangha World Meet, Purandara Darshana, and Gokula Nirgamana. Gargi has been confirmed with Natya Shiromani Award and the Women Achiever Award by Akhila Bharatiya Brahmana Mahasangha. We are thrilled and honestly privileged to be watching this beautiful conceptualized choreography by Srimati Gargi. Her team consists of students, high school students, students who are pursuing their medical engineering degrees, and this is a beautiful piece put together by them. We would like to now invite Ms. Gargi and her beautiful team to present to us their performances. Ms. Gargi will be briefing us on each kriti or each performance as to what it relates to and what it is supposed to show. So without further ado, let's welcome Ms. Srimati Gargi Panchangam. Can we please get a mic, the handheld mic? Hello, hello.
Namaste. Namaste to one and all. Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. The first Nritta Bandha my students will be presenting is on Mahaganapati. Mahaganapati is the representation of Ganesha as the Paramatman, the supreme being by whose worshipping all difficulties, diseases will be dissolved. Mahaganapati is believed to have existed before the creation of the universe and will exist after its dissolution as well. This beautiful Kriti is composed by the great saint and one of the greatest trinities of Carnatic music, Vidwan Muttuswami Dikshitar, known by his mudra Guru Guha. We now pray to Lord Mahaganapati to protect and enlighten us. Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami is set to Raganate Tala Adi.
Mahaganapati Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Vasishtavamade Bandita Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Vasishtavamade Bandita Mahaganapatim Mahadevasutam Guru Guhanutam Mahadevasutam Guru Guhanutam Mahadevasutam Guru Guhanutam Marakoti Prakasham Shantam Mahadevasutam Guru Guhanutam Marakoti Prakasham Shantam Mahakavya Natakadi Priyam Mahakavyanatakadipriyam Ushikavaganamodakapriyam Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Vasishtavamade Bandita Mahaganapatim Manasa Smarami Vasishtavamade Bandita Mahaganapatim
The next Kriti is about Kamakshi Devi, the supreme reigning deity of Kanchipuram. Here, the great composer Saint Vidwan Shama Shastri beseeches Devi Kamakshi to come and take him into her refuge and give him Diksha. Devi Kamakshi, the supreme reigning deity of Kanchipuram, the one with exceptional powers of conception, maintenance, and destruction of this entire universe. Kamakshi Devi, we pray to you to rid us of all the pain and suffering and bless us with moksha and enlightenment. Devi Brova Samayamide, Settu Raga Chintamani, Tala Adi.
न मन्त्रम् नो यन्त्रम् तदपि न जाने स्तुतिमहो न चाह्वानम् ध्यानम् तदपि न जाने स्तुति कथा न जाने मुद्रास्ते तदपि च न जाने विलपनम् परं जाने मातः त्वदं शरणम् क्लेशकरणम् क्लेशकरणम् देवी देवी समयमिदे अतिवेगमेव देवी प्रोव समयमिदे अतिवेगमेव देवी प्रोव समयमिदे अतिवेगमेव देवी ब्रोव समयमिदे आदिमेव नाव्यतलु दीर्चिकरुणि शङ्करी कामाक्षि नाव्यतलु दीर्चिकरुण्यो शङ्करी कामाक्षि देवी प्रोव समयमिदे आदिवेगमेव नाव्यतलु दीर्चिकरुण्यो शङ्करी कामाक्षि देवी ब्रोव समय सरि पम परि रे ग रि स प म द प म ग रि स रे द प म रि स प प द म म प म ग रि स प म द प म ग रि प द रि स प द रि स नि द प म ग ग रि स नि स प द प म द प म ग रि प द रि स द प da pa ma re sa ni da pa ma ma pa ma ga da pa ma ga re sa re vi ro sa ma ya ni te adi ga me va devi drova samaya mi de श्याम कृष्णुनी सोदरी कौमारी बिंबारी गौरी श्याम कृष्णुनी सोदरी कौमारी बिंबारी गौरी हे मा पांगी ललिते परदेवता हे मा पांगी ललिते परदेवता कामाक्षी निन्नु विना भूमिलो कामाक्षी निन्नु विना भूमिलो सरि पम परि रे ग रि स प म द प म ग रि स रे द प म रि स प प द म म प म ग रि स प म द प म ग रि प द रि स प द रि स नि द प म ग ग रि स नि स प द प म द प म ग रि प द रि स रे द प प द प म रि स नि द प म प प म ग द प म ग रि स देवी रो समय मि दे आदिमेव चित्नागेतनु दीक्षितरुणिवे शङ्करी कामाक्षि देवी रोपसमय दे शङ्करी कामाक्षी
we conclude the evening's Bharatanatyam performance with a Kriti, which is a salutation to the Trishaktis, Tridevis, Trinity of Supreme Divinity, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Mahakali, who are responsible for creation, preservation, and annihilation of evil, respectively. We offer our prayers through Adyanjali, seeking the blessings of Trishaktis to protect us and enlighten us to become the best version of ourselves. Adyanjali, set to Raga Malika and Khanda Chaputala, performed by my students. Adyanjali.
ತೋಡೆಯ ಮಂಗಳಂ ದೇವಿ ಸ್ತುತಿ ರಾಗಮಾಲಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಾಳಮಾಲಿಕೆ. ರಚನೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಡಿ.ವಿ. ಪ್ರಸನ್ನಕುಮಾರ್. ಸಂಗೀತ ಸಂಯೋಜನೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕಲಾಶ್ರೀ ಡಿ.ಎಸ್. ಶ್ರೀವತ್ಸ.
ಅಂಬಾ ಜಗಜ್ಜನನಿ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದೆಮ್ಮನುನೆ ಹೊರೆಯೇ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಭವಾನಿ ಮೃದು ಕಾಣಿ ದೇವಿ. ಅಂಬಾ ಜಗಜ್ಜನನಿ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದೆಮ್ಮನುನೆ ಹೊರೆಯೇ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಭವಾನಿ ಮೃದು ಪಾಣಿ ದೇವಿ. ಅಂಬಾ ಜಗಜ್ಜನನಿ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದೆಮ್ಮನುನೆ ಹೊರೆಯೇ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಭವಾನಿ ಮೃದು ಪಾಣಿ ದೇವಿ. ಅಂಬಾ ಜಗಜ್ಜನನಿ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದೆಮ್ಮನುನೆ ಹೊರೆಯೇ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಭವಾನಿ ಮೃದು ಪಾಣಿ ದೇವಿ. ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ಥಳ್ಳಂಗು ತತ್ತಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತು ತಾವ ಹತ್ತ ಝಂ ತತ್ತಿ ಝಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಝಕ್ಕ ತತ್ ಝಣ್ಣ ಝಣ್ಣ ತುಕ್ಕುಂದಡ್ಡಿ ತಕ್ಕುಂದಡ್ಡಿ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತು ತಾವ ಹತ್ತ ಝಂ ತದ್ದಿ ಝಂ ತತ್ತಿ ಝಕ್ಕ ತರ್ರಿ ಝಣ್ಣ ಝಣ್ ಕುಕ್ಕುಂದಡ್ಡಿ ಕುಕ್ಕುಂದಡ್ಡಿ ತಕ್ಕುಂದಡ್ಡಿ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತು ತಾ ಹತ್ತ ಝಂ ತತಿ ತಾ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತತ್ತ ಹತ್ತ ಝಂ ತದಿ ತೈ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತಾ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತಗದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತೈ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತಗದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ತಗದಿಂಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ ಗಿಣ್ಣತ್ತುಂ 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 ಪರ್ವತ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರಿ ಪರ್ವತ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರಿ ಕಾತ್ಯಾಯನಿ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೆ. ಪರ್ವತ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರಿ ಕಾತ್ಯಾಯನಿ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೆ. ಮುನಿ ಮಾನಸ ಸಂಚಾರಿಣಿ ಸಲಗುದೆಮ್ಮನಿ ಜನನಿ. ಮುನಿ ಮಾನಸ ಸಂಚಾರಿಣಿ ಸಲಗುದೆಮ್ಮನಿ ಜನನಿ. ಪರ್ವತ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರಿ कात्यायिनी नमोस्तुते मुनि मानस संचारिणी सलहुदिम जननी तकी तक धन तक झुनु तक तक ढिंग गुता तकी तक तक ढिंग गुते धन तक तक धन तक झुनु तक मित तक निन्न तुम तक धन तक झुनु तक मित तक निन्न तुम तक निन्न तुम तक धन तक झुनु तक मित तक निन्न तुम तक निन्न तुम तक निन्न तुम वीणा पुस्तक धारिणी अम्बा वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी वाणी सकल विद्याधिकारिणी वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी वाणी सकल विद्याधिकारिणी ಶ್ರುತಿ ಗತಿಗಳ ಜ್ಞಾನವೀಯ ಕಾಮನನಯನೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜಾಯೇ ಶ್ರುತಿ ಗತಿಗಳ ಜ್ಞಾನವೀಯ ಕಾಮನನಯನೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜಾಯೇ ವೀಣಾ ಪುಸ್ತಕಧಾರಿಣಿ ವಾಣಿ ಸಕಲ ವೇದ್ಯಾಧಿಕಾರಿಣಿ ಶ್ರುತಿ ಗತಿಗಳ ಜ್ಞಾನವೀಯ ಕಮಲನಯನೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜಾಯೇ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಳ್ಳಂಗು ತೊಂ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಂಗಿನ ತೊಂ ತದ್ದಿನ್ನಂ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿನ್ನಂ ನಂ ತದ್ದಿಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ನಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿನ್ನಂ ಕಿಡತಕ ದಿನ್ನಂ ನಂ ತದ್ದಿಗಿನಂ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿನ್ನಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿನ್ನಂ ತದ್ದಿಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿನ್ನಂ ಧಣ್ಣ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ಕಿಡತಕ ದಿನ್ನಂ ಜೊಣ್ಣು ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ಧರಿಗಿಡ ದಿನ್ನಂ ನಿಮ್ಮಿ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿತ್ತಾಂ ದಿತ್ತಾಂ ತಾಂ ಕಿಡತಕ ಧರಿಕಿಡತಂ ಕಿಡತಕ ಧರಿಕಿಡತಂ ಕಿಡತಕ ಧರಿಕಿಡತಂ ತದ್ದಿತ್ತಾಂ ದಿತ್ತಾಂ ತಾಂ ತಗದರಿಕಿಡತಗದುಂ 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 ತದ್ದಿತ್ತಾಂ ದಿತ್ತಾಂ ತಾಂ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿಕ್ಕು ತಗದೆಗುದರಿಕಿಡತುಂ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿಕ್ಕು ತಗದೆಗುದರಿಕಿಡತುಂ ತಕ್ಕ ದಿಕ್ಕು ತಗದೆಗುದರಿಕಿಡತುಂ ಕೃಪೆ ದೋರಿ ಕಾವುದು ಎಮ್ಮನು ಹರಸಿ ಕೃಪೆ ದೋರಿ ಕಾವುದು ಎಮ್ಮನು ಹರಸಿ ವಿಠಲ ನರಸಿ ದೇವಿ ಅಂಬಾ ದೇವಿ ಅಂಬಾ
I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Doctors Sharan Srinivasan and Dr. Pratibha Sharan for giving us this opportunity to present our Ritta Bandhas on this in front of a very august gathering. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'd like to convey our heartfelt thanks, and I would also like to introduce my students from the left here. Preeta Bokankere, Dhruti Deshpande, Angana Panchangam, Harshita Girish, Sharanya Mujumdar, Diksha Kashyap, Shri Ramya V. Swami, Samhita Rakesh, and Sharanya Raghavan. Thank you once again. On behalf of the students and parents, we would like to express our gratitude to Doctors Sharan and Pratibha Sharan. Thank you very much.
Can we have a big round of applause for Srimati Gargi and her team, Samarpana School of Bharatnatyam. Moving on, we have two more performances, two more thrilling stories that we all have been waiting throughout the day to hear and watch and witness. To take us through these two beautiful journeys, I would now like to call upon Dr. Pratibha Sharan. Yeah, ma'am, over to you.
After Dr. Sharan came back from Japan after his training, he was actually known as a guitarist surgeon. So this is because of a surgery that he performed on a guitarist for something called a music dystonia or guitarist dystonia. So this news went wild and went all around the world. And inspired by this story, there's another guitarist from Bangladesh who contacted Dr. Sharan and got the surgery done. And he also got the results. And that's Taskin from Bangladesh. Can we have the video? We have his testimony first. He will explain what happened to him. Unfortunately, he couldn't come here. We wanted to have a jugalbandi with both the guitarists, but because of the visa issues, because of the election and stuff like that, he couldn't come. But yes, he sent us a message and he sent us a performance also. So let's watch that.
I'm Taskin. It's been 6 long years since I have my surgery. I've been doing music from 2005 or 6 maybe. So in 2013 or 14, end of the 2014, I started to feel some kind of problem on my left hand. So my hand was like turning into like this while I tried to play. So at that time, I visited a lot of doctors, but everyone was kind of thinking that I might have focal dystonia. So at that time, actually, I didn't know that what was actually happening to my hand. So one of my friend saw actually Abhishek's video of the surgery that he had a similar kind of problem. So my friend gave a link to that to me. So I communicated with Abhishek. So at that time, Abhishek helped me to get connected with Dr. Sharan. I visited Dr. Sharan and told him that what kind of problem I'm facing, like playing the guitar, holding a cup for too long in my left hand, and counting coins in my left hand. I mean, any kind of delicate task which required like the fingertips. So those kind of things I was facing problem. So I decided to do the surgery. So I proceeded with it. So at that and during the surgery, everyone was so friendly with me. They helped me so much. I wasn't actually bothered a bit about the surgery. I was actually worried that how good it's going to be after the surgery with my hand. Am I be able to play like I used to do? But after the surgery, I did have a rehabilitation program of 1 month in India. After that, it has been a gradual progression. Like immediately after the surgery, I couldn't play guitar as I used to do before. But after 7 months, I started to see the improvements. I was relearning the things. I changed my style, my playing style, my posture, everything. So in last 6 years, I cannot tell that I am able to play 100% like I used to do before, but it's close, and I think I'm still getting there. Oh, I have also switched my profession from a musician to some other stuff due to the when the COVID thing happened. But I still do music, and I do frequently. I play shows here and there with my friends, and I also do composition and stuff. So in the video, you're going to see me playing. I tried to cover a song by Vinnie Moore. The song is called Rain. So you can.
Wonderful, isn't it? He would have loved it to, be here and play the Jugalbandi probably. But yes, now the guy who inspired him, he spoke about Abhishek. Abhishek was the first person who Dr. Sharan operated on. And Abhishek is there in front of us live. He's going to give us a performance. Give him a big round of applause. He's going to fix all this stuff and then he's going to tell his story by himself. I think that'll be better, having him share his experience of the whole episode that he went through. I think it'll be better that he says than me saying it.
Hello. Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Sharan, because of whom I am here today. Otherwise, I had lost all hopes on my dreams to play guitar. So I'll just give a brief about my story. I started practicing from since 2012, and by 2015 end, I had achieved certain level. And I thought I'll quit my job and focus full time onto learning music and playing guitar. But Destiny had some other plans. Just around 1 week before my last day at work, I started having problem in my little finger, and I started feeling stiffness in my little finger. And after that, for the next 1 year, I was running from doctors to doctors and hospitals to hospitals. So primarily, I was consulting the orthopedics, and no one could figure out what was the problem. So the issue was, whenever I would try to play guitar, these three fingers would become stiff. And if I leave the guitar, I was completely normal. So as if I don't have any issue. So the problem was only while playing guitar, and which is what I wanted to do. So after 1 year, through one of the doctors, he gave me Dr. Sharan's contact and asked me to have a consultation with him. So I called him and he said, yes, we can cure this through a brain surgery. And boom, I was totally shocked and amazed. And it was very difficult for me to first convince myself that only to play guitar, you have to undergo a brain surgery. And then the second task was to convince the family. So to convince myself was also very difficult, but the issue was that it was progressive in nature, and gradually my three fingers had already got impacted. And at a later part, I had started problem while typing also. So if I hadn't undergone this surgery, then probably in future this might, this could have turned into something big. So that's how I convinced my family. It took 6 months. So I had spoken to Dr. Sharan in December 2016. But after 6 months, again, I went back to him and got this surgery done. So after the surgery, by the end of the surgery, my fingers were completely normal. But after the recovery, when I started practicing again, I realized that I had lost all my skills on guitar and I had to relearn everything from the scratch. So since then, I have been practicing. I have achieved, I've improved a lot since then. And I'm happy that at least I can play guitar, not at a professional level, but at least for myself, I can play. And this is the biggest gift what Dr. Sharan has given me, at least. I'm done for my retirement. So I can at least play for myself throughout my life. So I really thank Dr. Sharan for giving me a new life. Thank you, Dr. Sharan. Yeah, so I'll play two songs. And after the surgery, it took me 4 years to post my first video and I composed my own song. So I'll play first my own song, which I named as Dream. And after that, I'll play one more song as Hotel California. And then we'll do the song which I composed for Dr. Sharan, which was a gift for me to Dr. Sharan. And all of us will sing that song. Thank you. I'm sorry to bother you. This is my first guitar performance in life. So I'm very nervous right now. If I make any mistakes, please pardon me for that.
About it the time you like, but you can never
There were a lot of mistakes, but still I'm happy I could play in front of so many people. I was very, very nervous. And this became possible only because of Dr. Sharan's treatment. Otherwise, I had reached a stage in 2016-17, I reached a state, the moment I just keep my hand like this on the neck of the guitar, these two fingers would become like this and they would refuse to bend. So from that stage to coming to this stage is a very big thing in my life. And all thanks to Dr. Sharan and in turn, Dr. Tyra for training Dr. Sharan so that he could come back to Bangalore and treat me. Thank you so much. And I'd like to invite Dr. Pratibha to say for the next song what we are going to do.
Yeah. Now, Abhishek, actually, I think because you said there were a lot of mistakes, that I think only you know. Anybody thought there were mistakes? I think I enjoyed the song. I mean, only he knows. So it's okay. Don't worry. You did a fabulous performance. Can we have a big round of applause for him? Thank you so much. Now, for the song this is a song he actually said it's his gift to us. He actually composed this song and sang it for us, right? And the name of the song is Jadoo, because like the results are like Jadoo, like magic. So that's what he's going to present to you. And for this, we need all of you to participate. We need all your energy. What do we do for that? All of you take out your mobile phones, please. Mobile phones? Yes. Very good. There's touch. Switch on the touch. And there's a video that we've made for the song that's going to be playing. All the lights are going to come down. And this is the energy we're going to transmit to Abhishek for all the good work that he is trying to do now and all the good work that we are going to spread across the world. Thank you so much. Abhishek, over to you.
Look, check. Yeah.
मुश्किलें तो थी बहुत, कदम तूने बढ़ाया, जिंदगी की चाह ने चले न तुझको सिखाया, घड़ी वो मंजिल पे तो धूप छाँव सी लगती है, पथरीली राहें हो फिर भी सफर सुहाना लगता है, चल चला चल तू, चल तू, हम भी तेरे साथ हैं, तुझ में भी तुझ में भी बुनने से डरने में क्या रखा, दिल के कोने में छुप जाने में क्या रखा, स्याही से चुरा के हर एक बूंद को लिख के फिर एक गीत नया बदल दे तकदीर को, चल चला चल चला चल तू चल चला चल चला चल तू हम भी तेरे साथ हैं लगता तो ये जादू जैसा तुझ में भी और तुझ में भी करे तू कोशिशें लगातार अब तो छे है तेरे यार इम्तिहान से अब है कैसा डर चल आगे तू अपना सर बदलना था तकदीर को बदला है इतिहास सूरज की किरणों से आगे तो देखे अब निकलेगा तू चला चल चला चल तू चल चला चल चला चल तू हम भी तेरे साथ हैं लगता तो ये जादू जैसा तुझ में भी और तुझ में भी तुझ में भी और मुझ में भी तुझ में भी और मुझ में भी तुझ में भी और मुझ में भी थैंक यू again sorry for the mistakes in between I forgot something
Thank you so much, Abhishek. That was wonderful. Can we hear a big, big, big round of applause for Abhishek? You know, he's dedicated this song to all our patients. You saw in the video, the energy you people did with the flash ride added to the energy that we have. So thank you so much for indirectly helping us have this energy to give it out to all our patients. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pratibha Sharan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to the end of the evening. But before that, I do have a few thank you to give away. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our faculty and delegates of both Noalcon and NeurotechCon. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. We thank all the guests, friends, and family who made it here on a Saturday evening to be with us and make our evenings memorable. Thank you so much. We thank our sponsors and our associated partners. Thank you so much for making all of this possible. We thank Mr. Satish and his team from Infinity Events for carrying over all of the events so smoothly. And we thank Mr. Ravi and his team from Skyline Events. We also thank all our PRS staff. Can we get a huge round of applause for them? Because this wouldn't have been possible without each of you. And we thank all the volunteers who have, again, spent a Saturday with us, making this program much easier, much smoother. I would like to leave you all with a message. We remember brainstorming in our conference room, thinking how to make this book launch special. I think the special today was the audience we had, because we have here a group of people who truly care about what the book has to offer and has to say. And people who can actually make a difference in the real world for patients who need us. So we encourage you to buy more books for you, yourself, your friends, family, and please do promote us. And we would love to have you all purchase more books and let us know how you liked it. So a few important announcements before we end the program with the national anthem. The first announcement is that tomorrow we have a walkathon called Walkinson, which is a walk that we're having for. Okay, sorry. I was just informed that it has been cancelled because of the rain forecast. But here is dinner announcements. All the faculty and delegates of Noalcon, please proceed to the first floor for the dinner, and everybody else can please proceed to the dining hall on the first floor, on the ground floor. I would like to repeat the instructions. All the faculty and delegates of Noalcon, please proceed to the first floor for the dinner, and everybody else can please proceed to the ground floor dining area. Thank you so much. I would like to request all of you to rise for the national anthem. You have all been a lovely audience. This was a great evening. Thank you so much. I'm Yashaswini Sunil. Thank you and good night.
जनमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दानक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Just one last gentle reminder, Noalcon delegates and faculty, please move upstairs to the first floor for dinner. Everybody else can proceed to the ground floor dining area. Thank you so much.